So about this, oh, I'm terrible. I was about to say about this hit dog holler. His name Hitman Holler. Mm-hmm. Terrible. I'm sorry. Was his fiance or girlfriend?
I'm not sure.
His mate. Said the lady was shot in the face. So sorry to hear that. Yeah. But what was you saying about this FaceTime coach caller? How did it go? I only saw it. I only
read his caption where he was just like, "We won't imagine, your girl call you while you miles away on FaceTime at 1 p.m. and you're coaching her on basically, on what to do, I guess."
It was just like, I'm proud of her. She protected her home. She protected herself. But just imagine.
That's beyond scary.
Her being shot in the face.
Beyond scary. So they actually got into the home.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the fact, I didn't know they live in an apartment complex. So the fact they live in an apartment, that's very, very weird.
But apartment condos, those high-rise condos, they're based here in Atlanta.
So how did somebody get up there? How did somebody know exactly where you stay, the door to come to? Like, you gotta keep that in mind. It's not
Myron found diamond.
Myron found diamond. But we talking about Hitman Holler, not Nick Cannon. Like, these ain't people who walk around with security all day. He's not that caliber of a celebrity.
Not to mention he's also in battle rap.
They're guarded. Majority of these high rises have a gate code to get in, or desk security, or some type of security walking around.
They do.
I stayed at the penthouse, and she knows I will say this all the time. I stayed at the penthouse on West Peachtree and 3rd. That shit had the worst security of any apartment I've ever had. Prostitutes, crackheads, everybody was in there doing dope, fucking in the elevator type shit. Like, no,
child, I'm like,
you would think
is this where they
got security and shit. No, they don't.
But
shit, terrible.
Either way, they figured it out and they got into their spot. You feel me?
Gotcha.
Scary situation.
Very. The whole thing. Them being able to, like she said, being able to find your place, go directly to it, and do all that. That's scary.
But Cinnamon is like a YouTuber. Like, Cinnamon is like a YouTuber. Like, she has a fan base of her own as well. Like, it's not just Hitman, and they have a YouTube channel together. Like, she's,
that's
what I mean.
Sad.
So I mean, it could have been anybody. It could have been anyone. But the situation is very sad.
It's sad because she's gonna have like permanent scars.
Right.
Yeah.
Mentally
surgeries,
and physically.
I mean, she's gonna be afraid to be alone. Like, it's gonna be a lot. He's gonna go through a lot, helping her get through it.
He might blame himself for a long time.
Yeah.
And just imagine you over 1,000 miles away, and this is happening while you're on FaceTime and you can't do shit. Like, you can't do nothing. But tell her how to be fucked up. And then y'all in a high-rise condo, it's only one way in and one way out. Ain't no other way out. You can't run. Even if you call the police, you still got to give details. But these folks are actively in your home about to rob and kill you. Like, that's just such a scary thing. So for him to even have to coach her on how to defend herself or she was going to die, that would have my mind going crazy. And Hitman he's from St. Louis. So, them streets out there, that's what they was on back in whenever they was on, and possibly still is now. So you can just
imagine the panic in him knowing
that my spouse don't know
nothing about that
she
kind of life.
She don't know nothing about that kind of life. So you're literally teaching her right then and there. I mean, you don't possibly, this is me just thinking because I watch him like I'm a fan of his. Possibly you done took this girl to the gun range and you done bought her first gun and you done showed her how to shoot the gun so she could always protect herself because of the limelight that y'all are in. Anything can happen. And here it is. She has the gun, but she's never really had to use it in this type of situation.
Right. Baby.
It's just so scary.
Fiance is a bit of a
don't come around here with that shit.
But just know, I ain't never done it. Milan is clearly a sharpshooter.
To who? Even
but I'm
playing
busting.
This out because what was y'all planning on taking and how was y'all planning on getting out?
Girl.
In enough time where nobody would catch you, especially if they
it's so many things.
And then it's a whole gunfight.
There's cameras
everywhere. It is. But even in Hitman's apartment, there's cameras inside the apartment. Like when they do their jokes and their pranks and stuff, he records inside his home. You feel me? So it's just like y'all gonna get got
Folks
either
are
way.
dumb.
The
Folks
saddest
are
part
dumb.
about it is somebody who knows them who definitely orchestrated that because
Mm-hmm.
they knew
Definitely.
exactly what door to go to.
Definitely.
That right there is concerning. Cause
They
even
met
if
him through
was
somebody
following
mutually,
her-
and then they been watching. They knew that he wasn't there.
Yeah.
For men to go in there like that, no, they knew and Hitman, he's a tall fella. That's a big man. Like, you had to know he wasn't there. And she was there alone. Y'all prayed on her.
Y'all, when I tell y'all, for me personally, I can name maybe 4 of my people who know where I live. No. Hell no. This motherfucker still begging for the address. Absolutely, I'm so sorry. We're not at home. My house not here. We moved. I just don't even play them games. Because everybody that pat you on your back and tell you good job and high five you, it's not always, child. Y'all know what it is.
That energy.
Girl, I'm telling you, man.
You don't need it in the comfort of...
Everybody
This is your haven.
around you to watch you move up.
This is your haven. Definitely your haven.
So,
And
like I
you have a
said,
right.
he do his thing on the gun. Like, he know how to shoot. I personally, I don't feel like I'm a fucking marksman. But I know if I don't think come to this door that ain't my husband, nobody I know or my child, baby,
You protect them what's yours.
good fucking luck.
Yeah. Rightfully so.
Good luck. Oh, don't show people that you got guns. Because, baby, knowing somebody got a gun, they never stop the bullet. So, please know, it's heavily armored. And I got access to all this shit. So, by any means, baby. So,
Sure.
I hope that young lady is okay. That's a scary ass situation. Could you just imagine? And even like you were saying, they was already on FaceTime. They just having a regular conversation. Like,
No, I don't know if they were on FaceTime.
I'm saying, like, if that was the case, if they were just talking to each other, like if that was like
Nah,
an example.
she called them. She went
No,
into
I'm
a
saying
panic, though.
like if you was just in your home doing your regular daily
Like,
duties
hey,
or
baby,
whatever,
how you doing?
chilling, just and you just that's
Someone
what
just
comes, like,
bust
that's
in
what
on
happens.
you.
That is some scary shit. That's scary. Either way, to have to call your mate and him hearing that, or y'all being on the phone already, and that being the situation transfer, it's got to be scary for the both of them. So, prayers out to that family.
Out wherever you are, just so you could protect your love.
Okay, I hope everything goes well with surgery and everything, and I hope that they get through this. This is gonna
Quick healing.
It's gonna be deep.
Yeah.
But I believe
She
that
don't have no scars.
me. That's what I'm like.
Especially on her face, because
She's a beautiful,
didn't
beautiful
see her.
girl.
I want her to feel like, because she does have she don't have, like, self-esteem issues or nothing like that. So definitely hoping that.
They better, if y'all can sculpt an ass and some titties on some of these hoes, y'all better be able to get that baby back to what she need to be. Figure it out. But into this shit with these celebrities, child. So Blac Chyna decided to have a meltdown at an airport about vaccinations and decided to start screaming.
Why?
Girl, apparently somebody asked her for a picture. Apparently somebody approached her to take a photo, and that is what caused her to go off about
Why you want a picture with Blac Chyna?
where she. Girl, that's just number one. But we cannot tell people who they could be a
Who
fan
they like.
of.
2013, okay, cool.
Cool,
It's
but
2021.
now-
Why you want a picture with Blac Chyna? You better off taking a picture of her.
Girl, I was just
Like
about
I
to say,
saw her today.
Zoom in. Everybody got
Yeah.
iPhones.
Yeah.
Y'all do that
Like-
little shit.
Oh, look, I ran
And
into Blac
boop,
Chyna. But
period.
to take a picture with
That would
Blac
have
Chyna,
that would have definitely
you know
been
what?
the boomerang.
That person deserved that cuss out, because that's what you get for trying to take a picture with
Blac Chyna. That she would have been a boomerang.
Right there, like, oh, y'all look who it is.
Look, girl, she would have been a boomerang. So now she's in the middle of the damn place screaming at everybody who's sitting down waiting for them to, get on their flight or whatever they doing, just sitting there minding their own good Christian Beyonce business. And here she go hollering about being vaccinated and where she came from and doing all of this shit with them shit. I'm like, girl, you forget we watched you spaz out on your show about your forehead and your edge. It's like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?
On your commercial flight.
Girl, Because you don't have no problem when you're on the PJ.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Them private jets need anything for real. So I get it, but still, it's like Blac time. Who are you?
Damn.
Who are you? Like to talk to somebody like that, to act that way. Who are you? No.
Damn.
Who are you?
Read your rights. Who are you? No, for real.
Like she's screaming in the middle of an airport.
Causing attention. Yeah.
Like
girl.
girl.
So I believe everything anybody say about her being crazy, her attitude.
No, girl, she been nuts. We knew she was nuts when she was dating that little ass boy.
Her mama.
Girl. That's why you feel bad for her, but at the same time it's like.
And Rob, you crazy too. But y'all made a pretty baby, but y'all you crazy
beautiful
too.
Baby. Dream is gorgeous.
Because I don't see how he dealing with something like that.
He said the cootie was good.
How he even thought that he would be able to handle something like that, or even co-parent.
Remember, they said he was a revenge plot anyway, child. They said he was a come up.
That too, but it's like, Rob, how you thought that you could deal with Blac Chyna? And not to mention, why would you even want to deal with her in the first place after you knew that Kylie was dating her ex? Well, Kylie was dating her ex-boyfriend / baby daddy.
Because, I mean, she was like, shit, if they don't give a fuck about the family rules, I don't neither.
No, I'm talking about Rob. How could he, just voluntarily just think that,
all of them
that
was,
could really be a thing?
Everybody was cool at one point, though. Like, Chyna and Tyga was chilling with the Kardashians.
They all went to fucking...
So after
they was Christmas dinners at their house as a couple.
Theme park and shit.
Kylie popped that bullshit off by dating Tyga. That's why it was a revenge thing.
But that's why
because her and
Chyna were friends.
That's how she started dyeing her hair blue, because she was watching Heather Sanders.
Her and Chyna were cool. Yeah. And then Tyga ended up fucking Kylie behind Chyna back. That's what really went down.
But I'm saying, after all of that, why would Rob still think
I get it.
Rob had done gained all that weight and was insecure. He wasn't coming out his room.
But it's like, are you dumb? Clearly.
At that point, yeah.
You're depressed and dumb. And then you're that depressed and you that big. You ain't never been that big in Blac Chyna, won't you? And you Rob Kardashian.
Go to hell, Chyna.
I'm for real, though. Like, just being, look at him. He is not the old Rob Kardashian. Look at him. You kept yourself hidden for a reason. And Blac Chyna wanna fuck with you, dog? Man, tell me you ain't gonna go. Y'all tell me y'all ain't gonna go. You gonna go for it. You been insecure for about 2 years because you done turned into flubber. You that depressed.
Right, it's like when the high school quarterback gonna ask the nerd out on a date, she be looking like,
yeah, because it's like,
what you want?
Yeah, like,
what you want?
Yeah, but everybody else saw that.
Revenge moved on her end, so it's
everybody saw it. The sisters, the mama wasn't going for it. She nipped all that bullshit in the bud. That bitch even tried to get the Kardashian name with her crazy ass. Took him to court for it.
Angela Kardashian, honey.
Took him to court for it. How?
She can go to hell. Her vaccination rant. All that stuff that's going on. We
Peace
mentioned,
be still, my love.
And the baby with all that stuff with the vaccination. That's what you choose to do. If you want to get it in your arm, you are more than welcome to do that. Do you? But I don't like this forcing people to do shit. I don't like that.
Not to mention her, even if the lady had the vaccine, it still wouldn't have stopped you from getting COVID if or not. So it's like,
because you're in a public airport.
Did she even have a mask on while she was doing that?
No.
So yeah, please shut up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, girl, not one precaution. That's why I said these not everybody, really but a majority of these motherfuckers get this shot and they are.
Yeah, because if you think
go out
you
in
get
the
that
public
shot
now.
and
We
good.
Okay.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Right.
Delta variant.
Thank you.
Like, your mask.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. I'm not. But if you want to sign up,
did y'all hear they found a new Delta form of it in Europe and it's rapid.
Yeah,
like it's rapid now.
They finna eat up the Greek alphabet with this shit. Y'all, please, by all means, what research are you doing? Watching to see how many of you motherfuckers die or grow an extra ass on your chest before that's the decision I made. Now I'm not Googling shit. I'm watching all y'all with y'all cards. I'm taking screenshot all y'all, and I'm gonna keep an eye on your ass.
And we also know that some of the people who have been vaccinated have passed away,
dead, deceased, gone.
They have passed away. Some people have passed away. Some of the people who have had the vaccination.
So, like I said, if that's what you choose to do with your arm, They're yours. Do that.
And
but why you worried about my arms and everybody else's arms in the world? That's not your concern. Worry about your motherfucking self. That's why I don't understand why Kyrie Irving is not being allowed to play. This is dumb. Girl, by Magic Johnson.
Man.
Magic Johnson played with
and how fearful they was of HIV back then. How fearful they was of HIV and AIDS back then.
When that was the
only thing that was knocking everybody off real, other than cancer and drugs.
No problem.
HIV, y'all had no problems.
No problems. It was so far as when this man would get hit in the face with the ball and start bleeding, everybody on the court back the fuck up 58, 60 feet from the man. But I don't have it. I'm not spreading it. But because I won't get the vaccination, I can't play. This is dumb. Losing jobs. This is dumb.
No,
y'all land off healthcare workers
because they won't get vaccinated, but they got us through the whole pandemic for the past 2 years.
I'm so fucking lost.
Wow.
Then you say she was not here last week. Had to take one of the babies. Piedmont was
in the hall. We were in the hallways.
Can't even say full. Can't even say to capacity. I mean, it was past that.
We were in the hallways sitting in chairs from the waiting room. Motherfuckers. Chairs.
I watched TikTok where a girl was on the ventilator outside. She was in like the little parking garage because they didn't have anywhere else to put her ass. They don't got nowhere to put nobody. But y'all firing motherfuckers. They better move to Texas. It's ghetto. I wanna leave.
Some of these folks.
I can't do this.
These folks listening to your heart, listening to your back.
I can't see Kemp making that a thing out here, though.
I cannot. What
about the employees?
Yeah, making it like a thing with vaccines.
I just can't. Child.
Like that.
He rebels anyway.
He's the same person who
don't wear your mask.
Yeah, so I can't see him being. Y'all better come to the South.
Please don't come to the South. Apparently we are.
They're not going
mixing
for it.
Shit together.
It's really California, New York.
Yeah.
The places where the shit was the highest. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. Blac
California ain't playing. You can't even walk in a gas station.
You was on your way down there anyway. So now you, like I told April and Fizz, you ain't gotta wait till you get the hell to start burning. You can go on and light it on the car down there on the elevator. Go on, start at the shoes, let it burn up. Your ass gonna take at least 30 years because it's made out of all the different shit. So yes, go on, burn on up. Kyrie, I hope everything works out for you, baby. I'm sorry that you're having to deal with that because at the end of the day, that's how you feed your family.
I feel like he won't care though.
No, he don't.
Because
he already. No, he don't.
Before this, Kyrie already wasn't going to practice for real. Like you could tell, just over the past 2 years, he has not been
giving a fuck.
But at the same time, if this is the end of his era, it's okay because he did what he needed to do, and he still got
put
money.
His mark on it.
His net worth is $90 million. So.
Period.
And he's not the type to live outside of his means.
No, not at all.
So I'm sure he'll be okay.
Never seen Kyrie in the Maseratis and all that different stuff.
Enjoy his time with his baby. I don't know if she had the baby or not, or I know he had a child on the way.
Period.
And he does have a baby.
This man that went through so much hell, and
he got a baby at home. He definitely don't care.
So, see, like Chyna, you the only one out here hollering, girl. Sit your ass down. Cardi gets a house in DR, and for those of you that DR, she does not have a house in nobody's doctor. That stands for Dominican Republic. Okay, she's on stage and they done dance, and she had like a little jam rock Jamaican theme. Her and Pretty V was going back and forth on IG about this shit, girl. She said she was gonna bring Sharon to the party. Girl, they look like they had a good motherfucking time. So
all her birthdays look lit.
Girl, lit.
Always.
And she's so young. I knew she was young, but it's like
she turned 27.
20, was it 27?
27, yeah.
So girl,
29.
Good knees. Did she turn 29? Or was it 27? Child.
Somebody just turned 29.
I think it was her. I think she just turned 29.
Maybe, huh?
Let me go check and see. But I know the girls is young, honey. I mean young. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, Cardi turned 29.
Okay, so it was her.
Girl, twerking and working. So she was, living her best life. And then
she about big 30 next year.
Hubby got up there. And, since we, already popped it off with her acres to money bags. So he was like, shit, now you got a nice fat ass house in Dominican Republic. Talk to her nice, okay? Killing bitches in the fashion. living her best life. Lunch, shit, cucumber sandwiches with fucking, what's his name? Mr. Louboutin. Undercover chocolate daddy. Let me find out. So it's like, you know, she's just continuing to live her best life. So continue stepping on these necks, girl. They out here. Yeah. We're not fucking canceling Dave Chappelle.
It's funny that they even tried.
I want to go ahead and move on to the last topic.
He's always crossed lines.
We're not doing it. But it's only a problem when he crossed that line.
But he always
crosses lines. We remember Tyrone Biggums, the crackhead. We remember that, right? Remember the little racist Hispanic jokes.
Kelly, I want to piss on you.
The niggers, you remember that? Remember that comedy? We remember all of that. We remember him making jokes about
the Dave Chappelle show. Period.
We remember those comedy sketches about us looking dumb, doing stupid shit, crackheads, junkies. That was okay. But as soon as he makes a joke that was not only co-signed by the young lady that he was speaking about, you can find Daphne Dorman's tweets. Rest in peace, young lady. You can find her tweets and her stuff where she's saying he not doing none of the shit y'all are accusing him of. And he even said it. Go back and look at all of my specials. You won't hear me say none of that shit y'all saying I said. You won't see it. Because that's not me doing it. What you will see is me highlighting other situations. Right. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm over this whole canceling shit. When you talk about that certain
but not
topic.
Even that, you only get canceled when you speak anything regarding the LGBT.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's that. As soon as you touch that, like, you
racism
can't even
you get that little moment where you gotta hear it, but then that shit gets brushed over. Like, okay, yeah, you said what you said. The same thing that just happened for the I don't know, some coach had just got
the Raiders, I think. The head coach, he was sending emails with
with homosexual and racial slurs in it. The racial slurs, everybody was like, okay, yeah, he said that. But
everybody know they racist.
Said something about he made a homophobic comment about one of the like GMs or something like that, and that's what.
So I think I want to have like a very big conversation with someone else in that community, at least two other people.
I do too.
I can have some type of understanding, because it's just like what makes racism and sexism so bad that, I mean, you know, less bad that of us talking about the LGBTQZ community.
Because it's like you have and it's crazy because you hear
another one too.
You'll see the stories about how a trans person was murdered or whatever. Yeah. When I see those types of stories, I feel the same amount of anger that I
as when Ahmaud Arbery died.
As if when anybody,
it's the same feeling. It's demeaning.
Like, it's the same shit. It's still wrong.
Yeah,
it's still wrong.
Their whole thing is what's wrong with, you know, with homosexuality, and why can't we have gay cartoons? Why can't we have you know, gay scenes in TV shows and movies? Why can't we have the gay parade?
And you can't.
Why can't we
and
have
you can.
gay
But when I'm not. Listen.
I think you're finna say what I'm going to say.
That's fine for the gay scenes in the movies. That's fine for y'all. Have a whole the LGBT community has a whole network. You understand what I'm saying? RuPaul's Drag Race has been going on for ages.
Huge fan.
You understand what I'm saying? We are very aware that women have been raped for being gay. Men have been beaten and killed. People have killed themselves for being bullied for being gay. We understand that. We get it. I support the movement on supporting y'all. But what you're not going to do is force me to make my child knowledgeable of your life choice, or of how you feel, or the way you were born to be. You will not force me to have to enter my child into this world. You won't. It's not fair.
Like, what's wrong with that? Like, y'all trying to make it. I remember
I get to choose. I get to choose what my child is subjected to. If I don't want my child to listen to hip hop, she will listen to country music all damn day. You understand me? I grew up listening
it's like
to.
You're taking away the choice to have that conversation.
Yeah, you're making me make my child be adapted to what you want. That's not fair. That's not fair. I didn't get to listen to R&B and hip hop until I snuck and listened to it. Radio Disney and gospel music, devil music was not allowed in my house. Devil music was not allowed.
That's their whole thing. Well, if we can have heterosexual people on TVs and in the cartoons and all that,
but you're forcing that on my kid. You're making my child. You're making me answer questions to my child. Watch me and his daddy kiss every day. It's weird for him to see two men kissing. It's different, mommy. Why? And there's nothing wrong with it, but I just don't want to have to explain. I need my child to be worried about child shit. Not affectionate shit and being and questioning things.
Until we got a certain age, we didn't get to watch motherfuckers, a man and a woman. We didn't get to see that.
We didn't get to see that either.
But even in cartoons where you have mom and dad and then the main character, stuff like that, it's like.
But mom and dad in cartoons back in our day, mom and dad used to have a good day, honey. Here's your lunchbox. You get what I'm saying? Mom and dad weren't admitting their feelings and holding hands. Mom and dad weren't doing those things. Now, mom and dad are doing.
TV has evolved.
It has evolved. It's different.
That's my whole thing. I don't really care for the impression upon the children, because the same way they say, okay, well, I watched all that straight shit and I didn't turn out straight. Okay, well, that further proves the point. If that's who you are on the inside, regardless of what's on the TV screen, you're gonna love who you love because that's who you are. I just don't care for it to be such.
Have you seen Loud House? Okay, it's the way you portray it as well. Loud House, right? It's a kid on there, a black kid. He's friends with the little boy, whatever his name is, Loud or whatever. But the little boy actually has two dads. Mm-hmm. And they introduced the episode as such and such two dads. This is when we find out the boy has two dads at home. This is a cartoon called The Loud House on Nickelodeon. And at first, I was just like, what the fuck?
Is it actual cartoons?
It's an extra cartoon called The Loud House. Very popular. It ain't nothing bad about it, but the kid comes in and he's a friend of one of the Louds, because that's their last name, Loud. And so, he has two dads. He goes over there to spend the night and realizes that the boy has two dads. And I called my cousin and I'm like, do you let Trenton watch Loud House? Because I caught Tracy watching it and I just made her go back to Disney Channel because I was uneased about it because it took me off guard. She said, well, yeah, it took me off guard, but the way they present it, Trent actually has a student in his class with two dads. Mm-hmm. And so that was a good way to explain how some kids have two dads or two moms, right. And that's normal. But now you got Superman and Robin kissing in the movie, and since when? So you're making them be gay all of a sudden? Right. This is what I'm saying. That's a force. Right. That's not a culture, bro. The culture is the magazine. This is you forcing something.
They like
that ain't right.
Gay people have, and they have. Homosexuality, lesbians, that shit has been around since your great grandma, my great grandma. It's always been there. But what you'll also hear, those from back in the day, like I love looking at the old gays. Yeah, when they said when their time was their time, they really wasn't everybody for everybody thing. And I know it's because most of the time or during that time it was frowned upon, but it's still not something that everybody's comfortable with.
I mean, and the racial coupling is still.
So that's my thing. It's just like, I don't know. I don't have a problem.
It's just another. Or they're treating it like it's just not just another evolvement in life.
It's so touchy, bro. I don't even know what to say.
I don't care not to speak on it. You get what I'm saying? I mean, because I have people in my family who are a part of the LGBTQ community. Girl. You get me? And that's shit. One of my best male friends, Ray. Shout out to Ray. I love him to death.
Girl, Deron,
I'm telling you,
one of my best motherfucking Judies. I mean, can dress his motherfucking ass off. He's funny as hell. You gonna get all can the
take a homophobic
baby will
joke.
Talk that shit. Done taught me how to talk that shit. So it's like
he's not. He's just not.
It's not a hate thing. It's just I don't understand, and I don't.
The problem sets in when the fact that y'all can do whatever y'all want, but the minute somebody says something about it, it's a problem. Or now you're homophobic, or now you're disrespecting the community, and now you need to be canceled.
When everybody has been the butt of some comedian's joke. I just watched a dude the other day say something about what he looked into the audience and asked some of the people, what type of master do you think you would be? what type of master do you think you would be if you had slaves? And then some of the people in the crowd booed, and some of them laughed, and it was like, so somebody's always the butt of somebody's joke.
What's the white comedian name who always say I want to be Gary Owens.
I love
he
Gary.
makes jokes about his black ex-wife when he was married to his black wife.
Time.
He made jokes about him and his black wife and the black community all the time. All the time, and no one ever got offended, even if he didn't have a black
like
wife.
You said, I think it's all in the way that you go about the shit.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Like you said, I think we just need to have somebody come and sit on the couch. Two. So I reach out to some of my Judy to see if we can get this thing cracking, because I really want to know from the Nikita Dragon shit and up until now, because I don't feel.
And why is it so offensive?
I felt like this special with him. I felt like this was the most well thought out and well, like the way that he executed, the way that he gave it, the way that he laid it out. Mm-hmm. I thought that was genius. I love the fact that he didn't really tiptoe around anything. He laid that shit bare. Mm-hmm. I love the way that he explained his relationship with Daphne and showed us that even, we friends. I still said my shit. I still made my jokes. I back up off me. You still like you a nigga. Like it, mm-hmm. And I feel like she was able to keep up with that shit. And even in the midst of when he said she sat back in her seat and was like, I don't need you to try to validate my feelings or something like that. I just need you to believe. And he said, I do. I don't feel like you're able to have any type of relationship, any type of conversation with the person that you hate. I can't see me having the conversation with that bitch. That's just out. I'm punching as soon as I see you. So for me to be able to sit with you, let you open up for every show I have in this specific city. And he said she was ass. But when she was there, when they were going back and forth with each other, she killed. Backstage, she killed. Mm-hmm. I'm willing to give you pointers. Mm-hmm. But I don't like you. I hate you. I'm after your people. I've never met. We're not canceling Dave Chappelle. That's just that's the end of it. That's the end all be all. I'm so sorry.
I'm glad Netflix didn't pull it, because they could have been scared.
They so behind this child,
because then everybody knows Dave Chappelle, and it's like he said far worse things.
What's the name of that? What's the name of that show Charlamagne got? The God's Honest Truth. Have y'all seen it?
I've heard about it though. So it's like, child,
he ain't playing nothing.
Child, no. Please.
He take that racial stuff to a whole nother level. Please.
Bernie Mac would have gave y'all ass a heart attack.
Bernie Mac would have. Yeah.
What's his name? The other one, the other heavy set.
Richard Pryor.
Babe, the one that you look at. The heavy set comedian. I think you said he passed away. Would have ate y'all asses up. Would have ate y'all ass up. Richard Pryor would have ate y'all ass up. Red would have ate y'all ass up. Red would have definitely ate
y'all ass up. Red would have definitely.
The one from Baby Kids. What's his name? Would have ate y'all.
I know he's the one with the big old bug eyes. Yeah.
Yes, would have ate y'all ass up.
Sure would have.
Man, if we could be nigga in every other joke, like, come on now. And ain't none of us in, like, so.
It's just weird how you can't, if you say anything against
you
it.
You see, I'm over here, like, trying to also express myself, but trying not to offend anybody. And I don't feel like our community is giving that. Like, I don't believe, but
I don't believe thus far, while we were having this conversation, I don't believe anything that we've said is offensive.
Didn't feel like he said anything offensive either.
I don't feel like we're saying anything is offensive because nobody gives an explanation as to why.
I feel it, sis. I do, but
none
of them feel like they say anything. But you, like I remember I said how you can't tell a person that you didn't hurt them and you didn't offend them.
Yeah, but how did? But I just want to know why does it hurt? And the only reason I can only understand why it hurts them is because they're bullied.
Yeah,
they're bullied often. You get what I'm saying? But I get pulled over because I'm black.
But please know,
like,
that shit ain't cool either.
I get followed around beauty supply stores because I'm black.
That shit ain't cool either.
None of it. We all get. That's what I'm saying. You just get bullied, especially. I can't say for the African American transgenders. It's heavy. Worse.
Especially if your mama grew up in the church.
Because not only are you black,
a big burly ass daddy,
you most likely have a Christian black background. You're black and you're a transgender black male.
Any Islanders.
Yes, like they go through hell.
We're not trying to say that Caucasians don't suffer the same, because I done seen some of them get put out, rolled out, or whatever. But the Asian community, they do not play that motherfucker.
No, they
shit.
do not.
So
They go
like,
Haitian community. They don't play it.
It's definitely understood. It's definitely
yes.
It's not overlooked. It is definitely wrong for anybody to bully. If that's your sexual orientation or your preference, that ain't nobody motherfucking business. Just like when we talk about the body count, that is nobody's fucking business about what you do in your bedroom with who. If that's who you choose to lay with, by all means, honey, lay.
But just learn to take a joke.
That ain't none of my business.
Just learn to take a joke. Just learn to take a joke. Just learn to take a joke. That's the bottom line. We can't.
But that's the thing. They don't feel like it's jokes. I just don't understand why they feel so attacked. Maybe like you said, with them being bullied for what they like and who they are, and this, that, and the third. But we are also bullied. I watched a woman stand across the street from a couple that had just moved into their home. They were making alterations to their house, and she's videotaping and talking about why they don't have a permit. This is my home. So it's like everybody suffers some type of.
But it's just, when somebody coming from a malicious place, and when somebody's coming from a joking, even though you don't.
But I'm saying, like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, why is it that everything that's said is always taken on the offense, and it really don't even be that way?
Yeah. Just learn to take a joke. Just learn to take a joke.
So like I said, we're gonna have to get some of our good Judies on the couch. I know I have several.
To have a deeper understanding. Like, we get it, but maybe we just don't get it. Like, we don't get the.
Well, it's also, we have to keep in mind that we won't ever understand how they feel because we're not in their shoes.
Period. I know, but it's just like when we have our Caucasian friends.
A white person won't ever understand where we really coming from with this racism stuff.
Yeah. I feel like they hear it, they understand it, but they would never
feel it.
Right.
Yeah, they would never feel it.
Right.
But it's just like, I believe we will be able to understand and feel it due to that, especially she and I, because we are very emotional people. Like we
not
tap
sit
into
in my
here.
face and tell me that y'all thought it was okay. Here. Or if y'all had a problem with Lil Nas X doing whatever he did on stage, but then you applaud, high five, and hell yeah, Tiana Taylor and Normani grinding. That's not okay either.
It's not fair. It's still the same thing. But just quite naturally though, everybody gravitates to girl on girl X.
Right.
They just do. It's always been like that.
Nah, that's not okay either.
And it's not okay. If you don't like one, you don't like the other. Can't straddle the fence, can't straddle.
Talking to y'all, let the hole in the wall. Period. Don't do that. And don't do that, girl. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I get it though. But I can't wait. That's the conversation I'm looking forward to.
Girl, yes,
definitely. I want to understand.
This the day and age to definitely, and I want to have a real
deep.
That might be our we don't get details out. Y'all just like and comment and share and subscribe and all that shit, and you just might come up on stuff. Anyway, moving on. Sierra is praying on summer album. Now, you heifers been wondering what she did and what she said, what candle she lit, what rock she brought.
That was a smart move, Summer.
What sage she burned, what salt she threw over her shoulder.
It's the last thing. That was a smart move. So over it, still over it. Sierra's prayer. I'm dumb. These trashy ass motherfuckers. I love it. I absolutely love it. No, we don't love it. I love it.
No, when I was like, so what are we talking about? She was like, Sierra's prayer. I was like,
but that's a fire concept for a second album.
It is,
for sure.
But let's not act like
act like these women have not been asking Sierra. Well, what did you say?
Yeah,
but she already addressed that though. So
it is great to know the prayer, but just like they say in church, you can pray all you want to. But if you was an ain't shit ass bitch, that prayer ain't.
Sierra told everybody what the prayer was. She said, "I realized what I wanted to do for myself." And that's what I did. I did what I wanted to do for myself, to love myself. And when I loved myself more, I allowed somebody else to come in who also loved myself just as much. And that's what happened.
There you have it.
I loved myself, and he loved me just as much. I love myself, if not more. And that's why it went the way it went. But it started with me loving myself first.
But are we still gonna?
She told y'all that already.
Scroll all the way down that album to hear what the damn prayer is in a way.
Yeah, I still want to hear.
We gonna do it.
She might say something lit.
We gonna say Rasa. Rasa Hanaman.
She might say something lit.
Hanamia Rasa Rasa. Hanama Rasa Rasa. Rasa 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 Rasa.
Are you trying to speak in tongues?
That's what she did. Was the prayer. You put 2 candles on each side. You That's what I did.
But do y'all know that speaking in tongues is actually speaking in a different language, but somebody is supposed to be able to understand you when you do speak in it, and not literally just mumbling and saying what you just did.
You ain't like mine.
So if you ever go to a church and they do that, please run.
It's certain. Look, I know Shabbat. Hallelujah, Shabbat. Right along. I don't know the rest of them though. I've been gone from you too long. I'm straight, baby. I'm near the ram in the bush, baby. I'm stuck.
I can't even remember though. I forgot all about that song. What was the clap your hands?
See, come on, church. Torah means. I'm sorry, God. Means to Shabbat the Sopranos.
Praise the Lord, Shabbat. Hallelujah, Shabbat.
Them assholes wasn't fucking stepping. Just know. Never. And I told us, get in the comments if you want to. We can do this motherfucking shit. We gonna say how excellent, and we gonna blow y'all ass out the water.
Okay. Oh, who want to see how excellent?
Try it if you want to.
I got alto and tenor on it. You got, he is thy name in all the earth.
Every knee shall bow, and every tongue confess that He is Lord.
Jesus, excellent.
They had an extra choir rich. Excellent, bring it back. Excellent, yeah, we girl, render their shit. The communion cracker's getting stale. What's the first shit? But yes, honey, Blac Chyna go to hell. Cardi, shout out to you and that new house, baby. It is beautiful. It's gorgeous, baby. I mean, it is huge.
Oh,
so.
you didn't highlight the big part about it though. The home was an investment.
Oh.
It's actually a rental property for people who actually come to the DR and go on vacation. So not only do you own it, you're still making money off of it. Yeah, and that's only that. It was actually a birthday gift. It was only one of them because she wanted to get multiple.
I like this. I like the way these gifts are going because I feel like at this point you got every ring, you got every bracelet, you got every Birkin
car.
She said she wanted multiple in the islands in the Caribbean because people like to travel.
Kids can like Marceau said on Love Marriage Huntsville, big fans. Hey, I said I want to be able to for my children to do what the fuck they want to do, whatever they choose to do with their life, they'll be able to do it without having to worry about money or spending anything. They can do what they're interested in. If you want to be a photographer, you want to be a praise dancer for lions and sheep, you want to Sherpa up a mountain, you can do that without you having to worry about what you got to spend on money. You just worry about getting smoothies for your trip. Yep. But anyway, like I said, they're trying to go to hell. Cardi, shout out to your investment, girl. Money. We're not canceling Dave Chappelle. I'm so sorry, but we are looking forward to that conversation whenever it shall happen. You guys will be the first to know. As long as you like, comment, and subscribe, hit that notification bell so y'all know when it happened, honey. Shit. And Sierra, we can't wait to hear this prayer, child.
Good Jesus.
Now, when y'all get on there and that's what it say, I want all of my girl, you was right. Because I'm telling you, you like them candles and you say that name.
I'm going to send it to you. Be like, girl, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm going to say it. I'm going to send it to you like, stop lying. I'm like, I know you fucking lying. You ain't call her that.
Denzel. No, I'm joking.
Not Denzel.
Call her about that.
She made me have to pee.
No, who else I had one before I got married? I'm married now, so these are example prayers. These are example prayers. Call her about that. Go to that.
Please call her Mike.
Clean bar.
You say Morris Chestnut.
Oh, I ain't like Morris Chestnut, girl.
I did. Him and Lorenz Tate.
Yeah.
Lorenz Tate.
The man that played Ghost. What's his name?
The man that played what?
The man that played She's retarded.
Oh my gosh.
So get in that mirror, light them candles, and you got to get. Bye, y'all. We out.
She's so damn silly. Bye, y'all.
Who you want? I'm gonna conjure him up for you. I got it. Get it back. Oh, you don't want him?
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, that's right. Matthew. You got to put it on there. You got to say Matthew.
He's the bestest.
He is. He country too.
Very.
Very, girl. Your country song. Look at you. You so fucking giddy. She's crazy. She's so mad for real.
Yes. He's just a cute one.